There we go. Um, really and truly, everybody on this call knows this fella, right? Knows this fella. But we hire agents every single day, okay, that are coming into this industry for the first time, and they don't know him from a hill of beans. They'll know him quickly, but I want them to know you now, right? We brought him up here today, Tyler. And I want to tell people like, why should you listen to this cat? Okay, why should you do what he says to do? And you don't have to. But as of now, he is a senior vice president. That's going to change here rather quickly, if I had to guess. He gets a promotion every single year, not just in his bank account, but definitely in his level of leadership. He's an advisory board member on a company that's evaluated probably north of $1 billion at this point. Okay, you follow me? Advisory board member. He's not a day over 35. Advisory board member. He started at SFG in 2018, started building his business from day one. Okay, he was an agency owner in 11 months. In his second year, he broke out three direct agency owners. That's unheard of. Okay, for you guys, like guy knows how to lead. Okay, knows how to lead. He was direct to the company, SFG, in 4 years. Okay, which doesn't seem unheard of today, but my God, it was then. Right, Jordan, you were breaking records left and right. Two-time Fired Up Award winner in 2019 and 2021. And I'm pretty sure in your first 3 years, Mr. Jordan Hunt, you got, well, it's probably still happening now, but what was it, six-figure raise on top of six-figure raise on top of six-figure raise, something like that. So I wanted to bring you in here, Jordan, especially for all these new builders. But we hear so much about a flat tire list. We hear so much like there's just so much going on, Jordan. But as a brand new agent, they're coming in the door. Like, what do they do? How do they get their business off the ground? How do we learn this thing quickly?
Love that, Luke, man. Appreciate it, man. Good to see everybody, man. And I love being with the people, man, that come to the optional calls. It's not a mandatory call. I love that, Luke, man. The people that are willing to choose it. You know what I mean? That it's a choice to be here. It's a choice to get up earlier, especially for you guys that are, not in Eastern Standard Time, man. I love that, man. But Jordan Hunt directed Brian Delaney. Luke came on. And he was like, "Hey, man, I want you to talk about a couple things here." I was like, "Hey, buddy, we can talk about them, man. We can chat about it, and we will do all those things. All right." And um, first thing that I would say is that is like what is going to determine your level of success in this industry, in this business, and life in general. It has nothing to do with how bad you want to win. It has nothing to do with how bad you want to be successful. It has nothing to do with how much money you want to make. It has nothing to do with how big and how extravagant you want your life to be or your family's life to be. It has nothing to do with how much you desire for the good. It has everything to do with how much you are willing to give up and how much you're willing to lose and how much you're willing to struggle. And what I found out is that some people are just flat out willing to lose more. Some people are flat out willing to go to the brink, man. Some people are flat out just willing to struggle more, Luke, and to endure and to just endure more. And I don't really know what characteristic that is. I don't know how the heck you build that muscle. I don't know how the heck you learn that trait, other than continuing to put yourself in uncomfortable situations and to just see how long you can stay there and how much of that you can personally take. And what I found out is that the more consistently that I could put myself in those types of positions, the bigger, better, and stronger that I was on the other side every single time. Right. And I know that we hear that 1,000 different ways, but it still rings true today. So, what I'm going to talk about is I'm going to give you guys just some practical takeaways. All right. I could sit here and I could, fire everybody up and, we could all go run through some brick walls. But what I like doing is I like giving people tangible takeaways. All right. And if you're brand new on here, you can take it, you can use it. And if you're a new builder, then I would encourage you at getting very, very good at how you can communicate this to your people. All right, we're going to work through this as quickly as I possibly can. So we developed something, guys, Let me just go ahead and take it from the top. Let me go ahead and take this from the top. Just act like you guys are brand new agents, right? If I'm having a conversation with a brand new agent, Luke, and they're walking in the door, you know what, guys, you're going to be somewhere 2 weeks from now. Okay, if you're a brand new agent, or if you've even been here for a while, I want to let you know that you will be somewhere. You are going to arrive somewhere 2 weeks from now. And where you're going to be at is you're going to be on the backside, or you're going to be on the other side of putting $3,000 to $4,000 in your bank account, or you're going to be on the backside of more broken promises and more bad decisions, and the same decisions that got you in the exact position that you're currently in. All right, and to think about our futures, we can either build a future that is something that we design, or we can default to those things. All right, and I don't know about you, but whenever I found the insurance industry, things weren't going incredibly well. Right, that's a common denominator for most people. Okay, I want to put a one in the chat if this is true of you. That everything, my life was going so great. It was going so wonderful, Luke. My life was going so according to plan that I decided to get into the life insurance business. I want you to put a one in the chat if that is you. I see a one. So there's some people that your life was going great. Like everything was going according to plan, right? Oh, you guys jumped the gun on the ones there. Anybody want to take it back? All right, you guys are taking that one back. All right. Okay, so if that is true, minus one, I like that, Levi. All right, if that is true, like, man, our life weren't going great, then can we agree that it wasn't somebody else's fault that got us there? Was it one huge decision? And it was just like, man, I can track it all back, T-Brew. It was this one thing. It was this one little tiny decision that got me there. It's not true, is it, Jasmine? What happens? It was one after the other, after another, and it was just this slippery slope that we can't go back, Michelle, and be like, man, that was the one thing that changed everything. But it was just one after the other, and it was just being unintentional, and we slipped down in this pit. Okay, so that's one thing. We unintentionally got here, and we have to intentionally get ourselves out. You guys with me on this? All right, so the same habits and the same mindset and the same internal belief system that created the life that we don't want will not be the same habits, decisions, and very important internal belief that creates the life that we do want. All right, so first off, in a nutshell, we got to do something freaking different if we want something different. Is that fair? Is that fair? No, it's nobody else's fault that you got there, and it's nobody else's responsibility to change your life. Nobody is coming to help you. It's not your upline's job, and it's not your upline's responsibility to fix all the problems in your life that you created. It's our job to be an example that it can happen, and that the same thing that we did for ourselves, you can do for you too. Is this fair? All right. So if you're a new agent, what I'm going to tell you, this is a conversation that I'm having, Luke, the moment that they have their op credentials. That's right. My name is Jordan Hunt, and I'm your friend, James. That's right. Okay. You just got your op credentials. And what we're going to have a conversation is there's two paths. There's one or two things that you can invest to win in this industry. Okay. What is it? It's going to be time, and it's going to be money. Because at the end of the day, what do we have to do? We have to sit kneecap to kneecap with people that have a problem that you have the ability to solve. There is no reason for you to have a conversation with your upline if you're not bringing them problems. The only thing that my job is to help you do is to solve problems. Okay. Now, how do we find problems? How do we find people with problems? Once again, man, we can invest time, or we can invest money. We can cold call. We can door knock. You can go to your family reunion and sit beside everybody. You can do all those things, or we can invest in leads. All right. Now, this is what I have found out is like there are some people that walk in and they're able to invest $400, $500, $600 in leads right out of the gate. I couldn't do that. Look, I was able to invest about $125 in leads my first week. I turned that into $800. And next week I invested $250 and I turned that into $1,200. And I got into this business because I wanted to make six figures again. Not only did I make six figures, but my second year I got a six-figure raise like Luke was talking about. And in my third year, I got another six-figure six-figure raise on top of the six-figure raise that I got in year number 2. This isn't something that I read in the book. This is something that I lived. This is my life. And I'm very, very proud that I was not born this way, Tyler, but I was built this way, buddy. I built it day after day after day after day. All right? That miracles don't just happen. They don't just happen, man. Like it's a discipline and a choice that we all get to make each and every single day. And you can be the hero of that story that you're right. And I want to tell you, I don't care how dark it is, how bad things are, you're one liberating idea away from a completely different life. And for most people, what that idea is the realization that, you know what, man, all of this is my fault. And I have to take ownership over everything in my life. And this is a very, very particular trait amongst high achievers, is what I have found. They don't just take responsibility for the things that are in their control. They actually take responsibility even for the things that aren't. Most people can't do that. I'm not telling you that it is your fault, but I am going to tell you that it is your responsibility to fix it. Yes, people did you wrong. Yes, people cut corners. Yes, people stabbed you in the back. All those things can be true. And I still want to let you know that it's still your responsibility to fix that stuff. It's still that is, right? Okay. I didn't mean to go there, Luke, but we went there. So what I'm trying to, what I want to do is I want to talk about, for the people that are like, hey, Jordan, I don't have a whole lot of money, man, Jordan. I've got this capital problem, Jordan. But if it's legal and if it is ethical, I'm willing to do it. If you're willing to do whatever it takes to win, now's the time to put a one in the chat. It's not, I'm not pulling any punches on this one. Like, you can put a one in the chat. If you're like, hey, Jordan, like, as long as it's legal and as long as it's ethical, here's what I'm willing to do, Jordan. Like, I want to win. I'm willing to do it. I'm willing to do it. Okay, cool. If I have an agent that tells me that, Luke, this is what I tell them to do. I'm going to say, okay, look, this is only homework for your first 2 days whenever you're here. Inside of your first 48 hours of getting your op credentials, this is what you're going to have to do. All right. I want you to imagine. Can you guys see that? If you were stuck on the road, if you were stuck on the side of the road, all right, at 2 a.m. in the morning, you got a flat tire. Who's the person that you're going to be calling to get you out of that jam? And if that person doesn't answer, Luke, you know what? I want you to call number 2. And if that person doesn't answer, who's the third person, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th? Okay. And all you're going to do is you're going to call that individual and you're going to chit chat with them. And then, Luke, you know what you're going to say? It's like, hey, man, I just started a new sales position. Part of my training from my manager is that I have to do 10 practice appointments to practice my script and my presentation. Are you willing to be one of my 10? Question: how much talent does it take for anybody to do this? 0. You know what I call this stuff, man? This is a TNT. Takes no talent. The things that are going to cause you to win in this business absolutely take no talent, man. And do you know what I'm finding out, Luke? I don't care how the quality of the flat tire list. I don't care the quality of the CQFs. This is a problem that most agents make. Let me make a note. I'm not concerned about the quality. Everybody here wants to be a sniper, and eventually you're going to be a sniper, but everybody starts out as a shooter, man. Anybody ever heard this analogy before, the difference between a shooter and a sniper? Okay, what's the difference in a shooter and a sniper? A shooter is somebody, man, that just shows up, Luke, man, and they're just spraying. You ever seen the movie? They just show up, man, and they're just laying out bullets everywhere. What's the difference in a shooter and a sniper, man? A sniper is somewhere and they're patient and they're waiting on the perfect moment, right? And you know what? One is concerned with quantity and the other one is concerned with quality. In the beginning, I don't need you to be a sniper. I don't care how good you are at taking the shot. We just got to get some freaking shots up. The thing about a sniper, see, eventually you're going to get that good. Gino Locklear can do more with less. Would anybody argue that Gino Locklear he's a sniper? He's a sniper. You don't have to be. He didn't start out being a sniper, though. You know what he started out being, Luke? He just started out being a shooter, man. We're just getting shots up. And over time, you're going to get better and you're going to get better and you're going to get more precise and you're going to get more precise and you can get more selective also. And you can get more selective. All right. I'm not concerned about the quality of the CQFs. You know what I'm looking for, Luke? I'm looking for people that are willing to go out there and freaking do it, because I tell every single person to get 10. Brittany Zimick did 30 in her first month. Do you think it's surprising that she wrote 28 grand? Another person that went out there, and I told them to get a minimum of 10. He got over 10. His name's Eric Schmidt, and he placed over $1 million in annuities in his first 4 months here. Do you think that that's by chance? Do you think that that's by chance? How much talent does it take anybody to go out there and just simply freaking ask? But I'm willing to do anything. Now, I have a question to you. If I ever have somebody and they fill out 2 of those and they fill out 3 of those, do you really think that they even went out there and asked 10 people? Do you think that they went out there and truly were willing to just lay down their pride, lay down their ego, and willing to go out there and do it? And is that difficult? No. You know what I'm looking for, Luke? I'm just really, really seeing how bad people want it whenever I ask them to do that. That's it. I don't care about the quality of it. I just want to know if you really want this as bad as you say you do, because new agents are always telling us who they are. The hardest job for us to do as leaders is to simply believe them when they show us, not when they tell us. Not when they tell us, Tyler. It's not as difficult as we make this out to be. What is that going to cost you? It's going to cost, absolutely next to nothing. Absolutely next to nothing, right? So like I said, it's like what I'm learning from these people is I'm learning their mentality. I'm learning how far that they will go, Luke. I'm learning that how much they are willing to risk. Right? You can do it. You can do it. I promise you, you can get to 10 of those, Luke. Right? Here's the thing. Most people say that they can't, but how about we stop saying that we can't and we start admitting that we won't? Is there a difference? Is that okay? My name is Jordan and I'm your friend. Do you think that there is anybody that can't do that? I 1,000,000% disagree with that. If you disagree with that it would be absolutely impossible to do that for 10 human beings on planet Earth, I want you to put that in the chat and I want to have a discussion with you. If you say that's just flat out impossible, there's no way that you could do that. Now, my name is Jordan and I'm your friend. I want you to put a 2 in the chat if you're like, Jordan, like it actually could be done, but they just can't. Or excuse me, they won't do it. It's not a thing that they could or couldn't do. It's just that they won't. Their honesty. There we go. I love that. Remember what I said, guys. Listen, the same decisions and the same habits that got you the life that you want, playing things safe, not trying to get on anybody's nerves, thinking more about somebody else and what somebody else thinks about me. Like we think that our life is determined by what other people think about us or what we think about us. Both of those are false. Our lives are determined by what we think that other people think about us. And that's what makes us behave that way. Man, I think that they're going to think that way about me, James. And a lot of times it's not even rooted in reality, and who freaking cares anyway, right? Everybody needs to get free from something. Some people need to get free from addiction. Some people need to get free from lying. Some people need to get free from bad decisions and bad behavior. And most people need to get free from other people's freaking opinions about you. You can keep those excuses all you want. You can keep that stuff. But if you keep all that stuff, just be prepared to keep the life that comes with it, which is the one that you came here running from. My name is Jordan, and I promise you that I'm your friend. Okay? And the most expensive thing that we own is our ego. And what I am trying to find out, Gino, is the only thing I'm looking for is for people that are freaking sold out. I want to work with people that are sold out for something, man, that I know what I'm building. Joy along the way and joy in the journey of building something. Happiness can be found along the way, but happiness and joy is not found in a smooth ride. It's not found when things go our way. Joy is found whenever the thing that I am searching for and my mission is so big and it is so freaking compelling that no matter what I endure along the way, man, it's just like, you know what? This is just making me better. It's just making me better. And it is perfect. I am getting perfected in this process. Right? We make this so much more difficult than it ever needs to be. It's all in discipline. It's all in hard work. And it's all in the things that are 100% in our control. And even if some people go out there and they make 17 grand in their first six, like Eric Schmidt did, I can't guarantee you that that will happen for you. Here's the thing, not doing the flat tire list, I can guarantee that it won't. So if you fill it out, it's at least a possibility. And that's all we're looking for is just a possibility. So now, after we do this, it's like, hey, this is my script. This is what I'm going to read. All right. If I'm calling somebody, Luke, and they say, hey, I'm willing to be one of your 10. I'm willing to be one of your 10. This is the form that you immediately begin to fill out with them. This is the Flat Tire CQF, Luke. You can get it. You can drop it in the 0% chat, whatever you want. I can get you both of these. All right. Most of you guys should have it. If you're part of the Hunt Agency, it's in your new agent checklist. All right. This is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for people that are just willing to do it, man, that are just willing to go out there and make a mess. It is not about your skill set. It is a TNT. Takes no talent to fill this out, does it? Right? Take zero talent, Luke. Take zero talent. And what you're going to find on here, there's mortgage information. So you're going to call that person like, yep, I'm willing to be one of my 10. And you're going to start filling this out. It's going to even have their insurance information on there. Right. I've had people in their warm market that had insurance and they were able to save them 80, 100, or 120 bucks a month for the same coverage, or they could get them another $50,000 in coverage for the same price. How easy of a conversation is that, Luke, after they run a practice appointment with somebody that they already know, like, and trust? And it's like, hey, I've got option A or B here. I can keep you the same insurance and save you 100 bucks a month, or we can get you 50,000 more coverage for the same price. Which one of those would you prefer? And potentially, if they have some cash value in their policy, which there's a spot for it right here, or I could put $800 to $1,000 back in your pocket. Right? And then people say, well, Jordan, I really wish that I had the money for leads. I really wish that I had some money for leads. There is a gift that is given whenever you come here and you were at rock bottom. Can I say that? There's a gift from there. What is the gift? Coming here with absolutely freaking nothing, like I did, behind on every single thing with $125, but willing to bet it all. You know what that means? If you come here with nothing, you have nothing to lose. So freaking bet it all. You got nothing to lose. Go for it. Go for it. Stop playing it safe. Stop playing it safe. Stop doing what's comfortable. Stop telling yourself this lie. I'm doing everything I can, and you're making $100 a day. That doesn't sound like you're hungry to me. My name is Jordan, and I'm your friend, but I'm just telling you, man, like there's new levels that we have to get to, right? Let me tell you something about excavators. The greatest excavators on planet Earth, this is what they know, Gino. They are willing to go out and remove 2 tons of dirt in order to find 2 ounces of gold. Why is that? Why is that? So if the removing the dirt represents work and the gold represents the outcome or the reward, what determines how much dirt and how much work that I'm willing to do? It's the value that you place on the gold. It's always going to be in the value that you place on the gold. So this is what I know. If you're not out there working a lot, if you're not out there, digging up a lot of dirt, if you're not out there making a mess, I'm just believing what I see. I'm going to believe exactly what I see. And it's that, you know what? I just don't value it as much as I say that I actually do. Why do you deserve to be at the top of this company? I want to ask you a question. What is it? Why do you deserve the life that you say that you want? Well, I just believe that we're all born right. I believe all of that. I believe all that. I believe that we are all born the same with the same value. And I believe that some of us just choose to work harder, which is why we actually reveal it and uncover it. I'm telling you, I want to leave here full of gratitude, men, and empty of potential. 2 ways. I'm leaving here empty. I'm leaving it all on the field every single day. Why do you deserve to be at the top? Well, you know what, Luke, man, like I made a couple, I made $280 this week. I really, really believe that I deserve to be at the top of this thing. I bought $60 worth of leads, and I don't, I got Starbucks every single day, Luke, and like look, I'm not banking on Starbucks. I'm not banking on anything like that. I am going to tell you somebody's got to tell you the truth, man. And I will stand up here. I will die on this hill that there's more in the tank, and there's somebody somewhere with far less that is winning more. And you know why they're winning more? It's because they are willing to go to the brink. They're just willing to lose more, and that's why they will win more. They will win more because they are willing to lose more. And most people just aren't willing to lose them. Is anybody here ready to lose a little bit more? Is anybody here ready to give away a little bit more? I am. I'm telling you guys, that's the only thing that I'm looking for with somebody. You know what I'm looking for? I'm looking for people that are willing to get freaking gritty and do whatever it takes. People like Stephanie down there, went out there. She's getting all these non-resident license, found over $3,000 in business this week down in Florida, man, doing the thing, whatever it takes. I didn't tell her to go and do that, man, but she's hungry. She's trying to figure it out, right? Urgency is over half the recipe of success here, guys. I don't know what else to say, Luke. I don't know what else to say, man. I just know this is that every single time that I think that I was given everything that I had, I was barely participating. And I'm finding new places inside of me. And I'm finding new ways to challenge myself. I'm finding new ways to challenge myself and just to uncover new parts. I'm just discovering so much about myself in this season. And I love it. And I want people along for this freaking journey, man. There's so much more out there. There's so much more out there. You can have the life you want. You can have the life that you desire. You can have the life that you dream of, but it's going to cost you the life that you have right now. It's going to cost you some comfort. It's going to cost you putting away some things. It's going to cost you delaying some gratification. It's going to cost you getting up earlier. It's going to cost you staying up later. Yes, it is going to cost you time with your kids too. I'm telling you, most people, man, like this, oh man, like I can't do that, Luke. I can't do that because of my kids. Other people say there's no way that I couldn't do that because of my kids. The reason I left the car lot, I left the car business, I was making six figures in the car business, guys. But you know what? I didn't have time with my son. I didn't have time with my son. And I came here, and you know what I had to give up? Time with my son. Do you know why I gave up time with my son, Luke? It's because I wanted time with my son. Your ability to live your desired reality is determined by your willingness to experience its opposite. If every single thing that you want and your ability to have it is going to be determined by your ability to give it away and to sacrifice it for a season. And most people won't do it. I gave it up. Man, you heard all the things that I achieved, all those things. Yes, I found absolutely incredible people. I did. I found freaking incredible people. But do you know what those incredible people didn't do? They didn't make the decision for me to not take off a single freaking weekend in my first year in this business. I made Dallas and I ran appointments every single weekend. Brian Delaney told me, he said, hey, Jordan, you got to run 20 interviews a week. You know what I was doing? 40 to 50. I was doing twice as many as he told me to do. And not because I thought that I was better, but because I assumed that I was actually worse. I don't care how bad that you are, you can still win. You can just about force success into your business. You can force success into your business with sheer work and determination and hours and a resilience of time and time and time and time again. But if you're not willing to do that, the reality is you just don't deserve to get to the top. Is that fair to say? If you're not willing to give more, if you're not willing to struggle more, if you're not willing to work more, if you're not willing to sacrifice more, if you're not willing to grow, if you're not willing to read 10 pages, if you're not willing to get yourself, your life in every single area together, the reality is that you probably don't deserve those things. You can have them, but how badly I want it and how badly I want to win will be determined by how much I'm willing to lose in order to have it. And I want you guys, I want every single person on here to win. Right? If you just got your insurance license, I have good news. Very, very good news. If you just got your insurance, if you got your insurance license and you're in your first year with your license, put a one in the chat for me so I know who I'm talking to. I have very good news for you. Okay, here's the reality. This is what the statistics say. I want to let you guys know the statistics. It says that 92% of the people that get their insurance license are out of the business inside of their first year. Does that mean that you have a 92% chance of failing? That's what the numbers say. 92% of people that go through the thing that you just went through, that just got that license, they're done. They're throwing in the towel, Mo. They're throwing in the towel. Does that mean that you got a 92% chance of failing? The answer is no. This is what it means. It means that you can't have the habits of the 92 and expect to get the results of the 8%. That's it. End of discussion. 90% of the profits are found in the last 10% of the work that 90% of the people are unwilling to do. If you want to get that, you've just got to get that last 10%. It's that last little bit. And I encourage every single one of you out there to go out there and let's freaking get it today.
Let's go to work.